tell you some serious nigga coming here trying to boost a career ain't coming.
What's good? Big girl energy right here. Just when everybody thought Boosie had T.I. trapped in a corner, Tip swung back with a haymaker that rocked the whole game. And guess what? He didn't pull up solo. He brought some serious backup on that track. The tension between these two Southern icons, Boosie Badazz and T.I., has turned into a straight-up showdown, and fans can't look away. Every verse, every post, every move, they're going at it like pride's on the line. It's crazy how fast friendships can flip in this rap world. One day it's brotherhood, laughter, and studio sessions. Then out of nowhere, it's beef, disses, and deleted photos. What started off as lighthearted jokes turned into a real personal war. T.I. keeps firing shots at Boosie, and he's not just doing it quietly. He's dropping bars that sting. Just a few days ago, Tip dropped a track that didn't just clap back. It buried Boosie with clever punchlines and slick jabs that had social media going wild. And here's where it gets even crazier. This whole mess didn't even start from a major fallout or betrayal. Nope, it came out of nowhere, blindsiding everyone.
Me and my cousin too. My cousin too, God rest his soul. We had a little hustle we were running. He had like freight trains and truckloads.
These two were literally in the process of making an album together, planning to bring back that old school Southern magic. Then boom, everything fell apart overnight. Fans were left wondering how two rappers with that much respect for each other could suddenly turn their backs so fast. The root of the tension came from one shocking moment, a leaked clip of T.I. himself. On his Expeditiously podcast, he brought up the topic of snitching, saying he never cooperated with the police, but then told a story from his teenage years that flipped the internet upside down. Tip revealed that he and his cousin Toot once got pulled over while reselling designer clothes out the back of their car. But that wasn't all. They had a burner in the car too. Things escalated fast when the cops got involved. And according to T.I., after Toot passed away, he allegedly put the blame on him to avoid serious charges. That revelation hit hard. Fans were torn. Some said he was being honest, others said he was crossing a moral line. And for Boosie, that was enough to lose all respect for Tip and turn friendship into a full-blown feud. Somebody had to take the fall, but nobody knew who it was gonna be.
Fucking don't understand, we coming for that motherfucking spot.
This bitch here finna break them up. What we naming this one?
I don't give a fuck what we name. I don't give a fuck what we name.
I don't know the official tell he is official.
You see, Boosie and T.I. were in the process of making a joint album together. They're about to drop an entire mixtape together, and all they needed was a few more days.
When those gun charges came in, T.I. was facing real time, and things got messy quick. His cousin Toot had passed away not long before, and according to reports, Tip's lawyer told him straight up, put the blame on Toot to clear his name. That's exactly what T.I. did, and just like that, he walked out a free man. But freedom came with a heavy price tag, because that one decision would come back to haunt him nearly 20 years later. Word spread through the streets fast. Everybody was talking about how T.I. told on his cousin after he died. It didn't take long for Boosie to catch wind of it either. And that's when things got real ugly. See, Boosie don't mix with anything that smells like snitch behavior. That man built his name on loyalty and street codes. And in his world, that kind of move is unforgivable.
I don't spare no motherfucking back.
What made it even wilder is that T.I. and Boosie were right in the middle of cooking up a joint project. They had plans for a whole mixtape, two Southern legends teaming up for something fans were hyped for. They were just days away from finishing it when everything went left. Once Boosie heard that story, his whole energy changed. He said forget the collab, forget the rollout. He scrapped the entire thing and tossed it like it never existed. Real Boosie fans already know, he don't play about the code. Snitching, that's the one thing he can't stand. He's always seen himself as the street's voice, the one who never folds under pressure. And in a world full of snakes and rats, Boosie's proud to be the one still standing tall and solid. Boosie's one of the rare ones who really stands on his word. 10 toes down, no switch-ups, no backpedaling. For him, keeping it 100 isn't just talk, it's a lifestyle. That's why even the idea of telling on your dead homies doesn't sit right with him. In Boosie's book, that's still snitching, because no matter how you spin it, a deal with the law is a deal. And that right there was the breaking point between Boosie and T.I. Once that story hit the streets, T.I. started working overtime trying to fix his image. He went out of his way to prove that he wasn't a snitch and that his paperwork was clean. He even threw a whole event, literally a paperwork party, where he brought out the official court documents for everyone to see. Tip showed up with stacks of files, waving them around like, "Look, it's all here. I never told on nobody." The man wanted the world to know he stood tall, but not everyone was convinced. That move came right after Boosie roasted him online and called him a rat during his DJ Vlad interview, which blew up instantly. The internet went crazy, memes flooded social media, and T.I. felt the sting for real. Boosie's opinion clearly hit deep, because Tip wouldn't have gone that far just to defend himself if it didn't matter. Fans were split down the middle. Some thought Tip was just trying to clear his name, others thought the whole thing looked desperate. People online started clowning, saying, "The fact that you even gotta throw a paperwork party says it all." Another comment read, "I just can't stop embarrassing himself."
First of all, man, it ain't no beef. You know what I'm saying? We grown men. Our sons still are very close to each other. There is no beef. It's a misunderstanding. Someone misspoke. And I believe that someone has come to terms with that understanding, and it'll be handled offline. You dig? It ain't no beef.
So more of a private manner.
Yeah, I think, yeah, the way it should have been in the first place.
It was brutal, and the internet doesn't ever forget. But Tip wasn't done. Oh no, he had one more move left. He decided to hit back the best way he knows how, through music. T.I. dropped a track that fans had been waiting on for months, titled Active, featuring Kevin Gates. And man, these two snapped. The energy, the flow, the confidence, it was a statement. While Tip never mentioned Boosie by name, the message was loud and clear. Rumor has it the track's set to appear on his upcoming album, Kill the King, which many believe might be his final project. If that's true, then T.I.'s making sure he goes out swinging, loud, proud, and ready for war. That track Active shook the whole rap world, and for good reason. I didn't just come to rap, he came to speak. The song touched on a bunch of topics, but the part that had everyone buzzing? The bars clearly aimed straight at Boosie. Tip never said his name outright, but the punchlines? Oh, they hit like a bullet with Boosie's initials on it. He rapped, "You started yellin', started tellin', but on IG, you hard as hell." Then he kept going, "Come in here and try to boost your career in command. I'm the commander of the situation. Treat him like a hunting deer in the frontier." That line alone had fans losing their minds. And then he sealed it with, "Been king 21 years, took losses, never shed one tear. Even when the future unclear, confidence, I always had a ton up here." Those weren't just random bars. That was T.I. reclaiming his throne.
I've been waiting on one special invited guest to show up, and he ain't showed up yet. But it was somebody who had something to say about me and had to question my, disposition in some of my cases.
The man's basically saying he's still the king of the South and nobody, not even Boosie, can shake his crown. Even though Tip never dropped names, everyone in the comments section knew exactly who he was talking about. It didn't take a detective to connect the dots. Fans flooded social media with reactions. One person wrote, "If Boosie's smart, he'll move his whole family out of Atlanta and keep his son far from the city for a while." Others agreed, saying that T.I. sounds more focused and dangerous than ever. People who followed Tip for years know, when he feels cornered, that's when he raps his best. One fan even said, "I don't even listen to T.I. like that anymore, but this right here, fire." That's when everyone realized Tip wasn't playing. He was making a statement, not just to Boosie, but to the entire game. And just when it looked like the feud was about to explode again, a new clip surfaced of T.I. talking to a reporter. In the interview, Tip tried to calm the storm down, saying there's no beef between him and Boosie at all. According to him, it's all just a misunderstanding that got blown out of proportion. He even claimed that all it takes is a proper conversation for things to get back on track, like it never happened in the first place. But fans weren't buying it, not entirely. Another theory started spreading online, one that actually made sense to a lot of people. What if the whole thing was staged? What if this beef was just a slick marketing move to build hype before dropping new music? Let's be real, these rappers know how to work the system. Stirring up drama gets attention, and attention turns into streams, clicks, and cash. So while some people think Boosie and Tip's fallout is real, others believe it's just a smart play in the never-ending game of hip-hop strategy. Either way, one thing's clear, the internet can't get enough of it, and both men are right back in the headlines where they want to be. So here's where things get messy. When folks started whispering that all this tension might be just promo for some upcoming music, T.I. quickly shut that down. He said that was never the plan. According to Tip, this whole situation was just one big misunderstanding, and he swore that it would all get sorted out privately, offline, away from cameras and blogs. But still, something about the whole thing doesn't quite line up. See, just a week ago, this same man was standing in front of a crowd, waving his paperwork around like a victory flag, and bragging that someone special didn't make it to the party. Everybody knew exactly who he meant. Boosie! Tip threw shade without saying the name, and it was clear he felt some type of way about Boosie not showing up to check those papers in person. But now he's out here saying there's no beef, no issues, no tension, just business as usual? Come on, the math ain't mathin'. There's definitely some mixed signals coming from T.I.'s camp, and fans aren't letting it slide unnoticed. One minute he's sending shots, the next he's preaching peace. It's hard to tell which version of Tip is the real one. Then again, this is hip-hop. Sometimes the drama is part of the story, and maybe this is just another chapter in a long history between two Southern giants who've known each other for decades. Maybe it's not pure hate, maybe it's pride, ego, and a little bit of frustration mixed with respect. Who knows? Maybe in time they'll sit down, hash it out, and squash everything like grown men. Or maybe Boosie's about to drop something of his own and keep the fire burning. You already know Boosie doesn't stay quiet when his name's being floated around. He's gonna speak up soon, and when he does, the internet's gonna light up all over again. So what do you think, fam? Was T.I.'s new track with Kevin Gates pure heat, or was it a low-key diss toward Boosie? Do you believe this whole situation's gonna get resolved, or are these two gonna stay on opposite sides for a long time? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you never miss what's next. We got more wild hip-hop stories and exclusive breakdowns coming your way. Thanks for watching till the end, and as always, keep it Riz.